In July 2026, Indian law enforcement executed Operation Vajra. This operation intercepted a massive shipment of synthetic opioids before it could enter illicit circulation, directly impacting both public health and internal security. Government job exams focus on this specific operation because it sits at the intersection of administrative jurisdiction and statutory law. To master the questions that arise from this event, we have to look past the headlines and identify the precise agencies, locations, and legal frameworks involved. Competitive exams often require a clear distinction between the various narcotics agencies. While many assume these operations fall under the NIA or NCB, Operation Vajra was conducted exclusively by the Central Bureau of Narcotics, or CBN. There is also a specific departmental alignment to keep in mind. The CBN does not answer to the Ministry of Home Affairs. It operates under the Ministry of Finance. Specifically, it is situated within the Department of Revenue. Tracking high-volume international drug shipments requires the intensive financial and regulatory oversight that this specific department provides. Establishing this financial jurisdiction is the first step toward accurately navigating administrative questions on the operation. This graphic demonstrates the massive scale of the seizure. The CBN intercepted 12 crore units of high-strength 250 mg tramadol tablets, weighing 30 metric tons. Managing logistics for 30 metric tons of contraband requires significant centralized operational space. Despite the volume, the network managed to conceal the entire consignment within a single warehouse hub hidden in the dense urban landscape of Delhi. Concentrating this much material in a heavily populated capital city highlights the specific logistical risks and detection challenges inherent in modern smuggling networks. Between July 10th and July 20th, 2026, investigators traced the movement from the Delhi hub down through two other major centers, Bengaluru and Kochi. This coordinated tracking led to the arrest of 3 key suspects across these southern operational nodes. Bengaluru served as a primary administrative and transit point for the network's southern distribution. Kochi provided a strategic coastal connection, acting as the final point where inland shipments could be moved toward international maritime routes. This geographical triangle, Delhi, Bengaluru, and Kochi, proves that Operation Vajra was a unified strike against a deeply integrated national network. The substance involved is tramadol, a synthetic opioid painkiller. While it has legitimate medical uses under clinical supervision, unregulated use and trafficking present a significant threat. Distributing high-strength variants of this opioid creates a dual crisis for public health and national security. Because of these risks, tramadol is strictly regulated under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act of 1985. This is the specific legal framework examiners will focus on. Take a moment to recall the agency, the ministry, and the specific synthetic drug we've identified so far. The NDPS Act remains the government's primary mechanism for dismantling the networks that trade in these synthetic opioids. The details of the operation can be organized into a single framework, Vajra. It stands for Vigilance Against Illegal Drug Routes and Abuse. This framework connects the agency, the ministry, and the legal act. It links the CBN and the Ministry of Finance to the 30 metric tons of tramadol seized under the NDPS Act. Using this structure allows you to maintain a cohesive view of the data points rather than relying on isolated facts. We can apply this now with a standard test question. Which agency conducted Operation Vajra? The answer is the CBN. Next, consider the departmental oversight. Which ministry oversees the CBN? That would be the Ministry of Finance. Finally, can you identify the specific synthetic opioid involved in the seizure? The answer is tramadol. For more practice questions and daily current affairs updates, visit learnwithmahesh.com. Mastering these precise, layered details is the defining difference between guesswork and success on exam day.